if you're a stoner and you and you like good food, going vegan is a great way to be. All right, so I'm here with my friend Erin
What up, peaceful
and
sprout?
Peaceful Sprout, and I was watching this YouTube video a few days ago, and it was by Ask Yourself, and he was talking about he was basically like doing a reactionary video, and something he said kind of sparked a video idea, and I thought it'd be kind of cool to talk about why being vegan doesn't have to be expensive, and it can actually be a lot cheaper than a standard diet. And basically, the idea was eating healthy doesn't have, or being vegan doesn't have to be expensive, but convenience is what makes things expensive. Um, you know, a lot of vegan foods are the cheapest things on the earth. Like when you look at like beans, rice, potatoes, fruits like
Fruits and
bananas,
vegetables.
apples. Berries might be a little pricier, but you can always maybe get like frozen versions of that.
Yeah, man. Peanuts, tofu's like $2. Piece
Yeah.
of meat is like $10. Just saying.
Yeah. And something that's interesting is a lot of meat's subsidized by the government. So imagine if that wasn't subsidized, it'd be even more expensive. But yeah, the tofu, like, I bought 6 blocks of tofu last week for $1 a pop.
What?
Yeah, I sent you a snap with that.
Oh shit, that's awesome.
But yeah, so the things that really add up on a vegan diet is like when you start eating things like the Daya vegan cheeses, maybe
Vegan
like
ice cream.
vegan ice creams. I bought some last night, Ben and Jerry's for like it was like $6. But
Ben and Jerry's is always $6.
But
Helps.
that's definitely not something you have to do. That's just kind of being a little gluttonous.
Yeah. Overindulgence. You gotta treat yourself once in a while, but you don't always have to spend fucking $10 million. Your grocery budget. If you got $5, you're gonna have a beautiful, healthy meal. Lots of good stuff.
So, what's like a really cheap, easy meal you like to make?
Beans and rice, and roasted vegetables on top, and like just load it up with nutritional yeast. It's got all kinds of vitamins, protein, and amino acids, and all that good stuff that you can get for probably like $1. It's all like $1.
Yeah. I guess like the argument people would make is, I don't want to cook.
Yeah.
I don't have time to cook, but I think that kind of like deviates from like that's not necessarily like being vegan's fault. It's more like any diet you're on that you want to be. That's bad. Any diet you want to be on that's going to be convenient is going to be just more expensive in general. But if you're willing to do a minimal amount of cooking, you can be just ridiculously cost effective on a vegan diet. And I'm definitely going to do like some challenges in the future where I'm like where I'm spending like $20 or something and gonna live off it for a week, and
Yep.
and it's totally doable because when you think about buying like you can buy like multiple pounds of rice for a couple bucks. You can buy like dry beans for a couple bucks that'll last you throughout the week. You can make your own hummus, and yeah, it can be a little labor intensive, but I mean you're saving money. It's better for your body, and what else?
That's the difference. If you're willing to put in the work, you're gonna get the results.
Yeah, and you learn a lot more,
do.
and chicks dig a guy who can cook.
Yep.
So that's just
Yeah,
like
man. If you can whip it up, you're all mine.
you can whip it up. You can whip it up.
That's it. Yeah, whip it up and then whip it out. Like, or yeah. But for real, like it's just put in 15 minutes into your meal. It doesn't have to be like an all day thing. Even like beans and rice. You can microwave the rice in 15 minutes. Put the beans on the stovetop. Chop up some vegetables. Throw it all together. 15 minutes, got a good
You
healthy
say
meal.
microwave?
Yeah, I microwave my rice all the time.
Never done that, but
1 cup of rice, 2 cups of water, 15 minutes. Uncovered. High power. And that's it.
yeah.
That's it.
Oh.
You're done.
My arm is starting to hurt. So props to this guy for holding this camera.
Good shit. Hey.
There we go. My arm is starting to hurt, so I had to put it down, lean it up against a teapot.
That's it. Oh, tea.
What else?
Tea is super cheap. It's full of good stuff. And, like, you use tea for everything. All kinds of vitamins and, you know, superfoods, and it's good for your body.
Something else I really like is just freaking potatoes. Like,
Oh my God.
like sweet potatoes are so good because I literally buy like 5 sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes probably have 200 to 300 calories a pop, and I can get 5 for $2.
Yep.
And you know, you could eat a sweet potato with some roasted chickpeas for a meal. You get your protein. You get whatever is in a potato. I'm sure there's lots of good stuff in the sweet potato. The lighting's really bad.
And a potato and a can of chickpeas is like $1.50 altogether, you know?
Yeah, and then if you prep your own chickpeas, like it's not that hard actually. You can get dried chickpeas, boil them, and you can make a big quantity of it for insanely cheap. And
Definitely.
then you can make hummus out of that. You can make roasted chickpeas. So
You can
there's a lot of
save 'em.
options.
You can do meal preps for the week. You know, make
Yeah.
a bunch of stuff ahead of time. Then you don't have to worry about cooking for the rest of the week. Just take one day a week and set aside like an hour or two. Make all your snacks, you know, put them all together and
Snacks.
just work on it throughout the week. That's the best.
Yeah. But yeah, I think basically what it comes down to is if you're trying to be cheap and healthy on any diet, you're gonna have to put in a little bit of like effort, and it's not a bad thing. It can be like a lot of fun, and it's just like it's developing skills that you know are gonna be useful. And you can use those skills to like you know cook for other people. You can save money. You can have better health. You'll look and feel better.
You're gonna learn a lot.
Yeah. So I think like the main issue when it comes to a diet being expensive is just the convenience sake. Processed foods, stuff like that is just gonna rack up really quickly.
Definitely.
But do you have anything else to add?
I don't know, man. You said it pretty well. I mean, you can even make your own juice diet. Like, if you don't want to pay, like, several $100s for, like, a week's worth of juice from some fancy company, you can get a bunch of produce for super cheap at your local market, like Detweiler's. That is where I get all my stuff. And you can make your own juice, and that could be your meal.
Yeah.
That's all your nutrients right there.
And also, like, give me an idea. Buying things in season or just, like, looking for deals. Like,
clearance. Bulk.
Like, avocados sometimes can be kind of expensive. Like, sometimes they're like $1.25 a pop. But occasionally they're like 50 cents. And I found that you can actually, avocados last a really long time if you put them in the fridge. So now, like, whenever there's 50-cent avocados, I'll buy like not 25, but I'll buy 10, 12. And
it's more like it. You can save them forever.
So it's like you pay a little extra up front, but you're saving a lot of money by doing that. And then same thing, sometimes like strawberries are in season, are on sale. Mangoes, I found mangoes sometimes for like 33 cents a pop, and I'll buy like 15 and just eat lots of mangoes for the next few days. Or you can
freeze them.
Yeah, you can dice them up and freeze them.
That's what I do. I wait till all the berries are in season, get them for like $1 each. Get like 30 packs of berries, cut them all up, freeze them, and then I have them for like 6 months. I can do smoothies every
that's
morning.
A good
just
idea.
Pop them in. Smoothies, that's my meal. Takes like 30 seconds. Super cheap.
Yeah. Bananas are, bananas another
cheap.
Dirt cheap. Yeah, dirt cheap. That's the way to describe it.
Yeah. Love it. Beans. Beans are where it's at. Tons of protein. They're like $1 a can or $2 a pound. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. So being thrifty on a vegan diet is like totally doable. It's complete bullshit when people say that that it's expensive.
Yeah,
for the past 6-7 weeks I've been spending no more than $75 a week on food, and that's me being like even generous with myself because sometimes I'll go out and buy the $6 vegan ice cream because I have a little extra in my budget. But if I was being more strict and I was like, hey, I'm gonna like challenge myself to spend $25, you know, I could totally do it.
Yeah, man.
And I can make my own ice cream with bananas, which, you know, I'll definitely share some banana ice cream recipes in the future.
It's all about convenience.
Yeah.
If you want it now and you want it perfect and already done, then you can buy it for $25,000. Or you can do it yourself for like 10 cents.
Yeah, and you know what? And don't sell out. Don't be a consumerist drone.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, support your local markets, dude. Like,
Yeah.
buy local produce and stay away from processed foods when you can, because those are more expensive anyway.
Yeah, and they're giving you cancer, and they're like, you know, weighing down the tax system because all these fat people are in the hospital.
Taking away from the farmers. That's it.
You know, it's just no good.
Support your local health movement. Definitely.
Yeah.
That's where it's at.
So, I think I've got enough off my chest.
I think so, too.
If you have any questions, though, you can leave them down below
Hit us
and
up.
hit up Peaceful Sprout on her Instagram.
Yep.
She's very crafty. She makes lots of cool jewelry, and she's kind of an artist. Little
Thanks.
sneak peek.
Yeah.
Can't show you too much though.
That's right. You gotta save it for.
Yeah,
Save for
you have to
a
go
good
see you have to go look at the Instagram. And she's also a really good singer and local.
Hit me
She's a
up.
local artist in Sarasota. So.
And a vegan chef, self-proclaimed. So.
Yep. She makes some dope mac and cheese with French fries in it.
Yes. Oh, stoner mac.
Yep.
That's
Stoner
another
mac.
cheap thing. Pasta is cheap as hell. You can
Yep.
get like chickpea pasta, brown rice pasta, all that stuff. It's all good for you. And super cheap. It'll fill you up and just cover it in nutritional yeast and soy milk, whatever you want to do. Oh, it's so
Yeah.
good.
If you're a stoner and you you like good food, you know, going vegan is a great way to be because you can make lots of good vegan mac and cheese dishes.
And you have an excuse to be a fat ass because it's
Yeah,
healthy.
and you can overeat and when you get the munchies because you know when I don't know if you know this, but you know when you smoke weed and you're high, sometimes you get hungry, and people refer to it as the munchies, and you can take advantage of that by eating plants because they're
Yeah,
generally
man.
lower in calories and they generally are good for you too. So
You can eat as much as you want.
you can eat guilt free and
Yeah, dude.
and stuff. So yeah, go vegan.
That's where it's at. It's a good life. Much love. Namaste. Alright guys, so when we're talking about eating healthy versus eating convenient, see this? $2. This is $2. Crush it up, breakfast. $2. Or you can get it pre-crushed with all kinds of fancy shit in it for like fucking $10. So that's up to you, man, but it's good for you.